Alright, man. Hey guys.
What's up?
Man, it's about to be real long. I'm tired. We're just waiting on that group leader.
You should be a show.
Indeed.
How's that him? Hey!
What up? What's up, group?
Nothing much, nothing much.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Did anybody have Maya? Damn. Okay, but I had that messed up. But do anybody know anything about it? The topic?
No, I don't.
No.
I mean, I know they had like the independence. Like they all had like first the Indonesians did it really wrong,
Right.
like Portuguese, but then I know they came together because one of their presidents resigned.
Right.
So one of their presidents resigned, and he said, "Well, we'll make the East Timorans a great deal with them," and then they ended up having independence. So that's one of the big things that happened.
Yeah,
in East Timor.
I know that they was fighting for the independence and it got really bloody. But I don't really know too much about it. I guess that's what the research will do based on.
Alright.
Yeah, basically that's it.
Okay, well, we can do some more research and find some more stuff out on it.
Sounds cool.
Okay.
The guerrillas they fought against the Indonesian army. I don't know his name. Let me see.
I know Mario was the governor in 1974, and he went to colonize the colonize.
Mario.
Mario. Memo.
Okay.
East Timor is an island, a part of Southeast Asia. It is located in the eastern half of Timor. It was ruled by Portugal for about 3 centuries. This genocide took place during World War II. Thousands of East Timorese lost their lives helping Australia against the Japanese. After Portugal stopped ruling, East Timor was invaded by Indonesia. About 200,000 people lost their lives.
In 1976, the Indonesian invasion of East Timor occurred.
In 1983, the UN Commission on Human Rights adopted a resolution affirming East Timor's right to independence. In 1984, conditions worsened, like widespread hunger, disease, repression amongst civilians also occurred. In 1995, East Timorese activists forced their way into foreign embassies in Jakarta. In 1996, Indonesia was angered by outcome of 1996 Nobel Peace Prize winners. In 1997, Australian East Timor Association released reports cataloging human rights abuses perpetrated by members of Indonesian armed forces against Timorese women. And in 1999, majority of East Timorese voted for independence in a UN mission in East Timor. Stage 1 Classification. East Timor is grouped as all communist. Stage 2 Symbolization. Indonesia claimed the East Timorese were communist. Symbol would be the color red. Stage 3 Dehumanization. Many women and young girls were raped and tortured and often forced to marry many military leaders and soldiers. The East Timorese were given very little food and treated as if they did not need food since they were communists. Stage 4 Organization. Use smaller groups to do the government's dirty work so they did not get blamed for it. The country of Indonesia was in power over East Timor since 1975 and came to help defuse any sort of communism thought to be in the government. Indonesia was in control over East Timor, and Indonesian military were the source of the genocide. Stage 5 Polarization. Indonesia government banned all unions, press, political parties, and student groups. Timorese people were put in jail for reading international newspapers or listening to international news radio. Public speech was banned. Stage 6 Preparation. Indonesian invasion occurred in August of 1975. Indonesian troops infiltrated from Indonesian West Timor. The city of Dili was bombed. The second invasion in December of 1975, Indonesian troops captured the second largest Timor city of Bacau. Indonesia had complete control of East Timor by 1978. Stage 7 Extermination. Santa Cruz massacre happened, and during the invasions, over 100,000 Timorese people died, most of the civilians killed by military or sent to starve at a concentration camp because of their resistance. Stage 8 Denial. Indonesians claimed they weren't hurting any of the Timorese people. Indonesian governments banned any outside reporters or filming during the East Timor genocide. The Indonesian military killed 5 Australian journalists during the invasion, so there'd be no evidence.
Australia's multinational non-United Nations peacemaking task force who worked together with the United Nations to confront the humanitarian and security crisis that took place in East Timor.
After the East Timor genocide, they were no longer a capitalistic nation. They were now a democracy. They now keep good relations with Indonesia, and 75% of children now are in primary school. May 19th of 2002, East Timor became an independent nation, and their economy grew 8% because of agriculture.
Alright, good morning class. So today we're going to have the East Timor group present. I'm going to go ahead and put this down for you guys. Alrighty, so hello class, good morning, hope everybody's doing well. Our group is going to be talking about the East Timor genocide today, and just a little bit more information and give you guys some facts. Alrighty, so first we're going to talk about how the East Timor genocide basically refers to the terrorist group, of like terror that was caused by the Indonesian government. Unfortunately, it was a sad time and a lot were killed. Over 1/3 of the population ended up dying, and most of it was due to a direct cause from starvation, military assault, and just a lot of that hard time. Also, including in that, the women struggled as well. They endured sexual abuse, and they were captured and tortured, and it just wasn't the best time. And even though they were just fighting for civilization and wanting to come together and actually be free and have independence, it was a struggle.
The Japanese, they were making their occupation through the country. They conquered East Timor, and that helped the genocide even more because it forced the East Timorese into the mountains, and it forced them to go into guerrilla warfare and fight for everything they already had. So yeah.
In 1949, the Netherlands gave up its half of possession of East Timor, leaving the eastern half to the Indonesians. In 1975, the Portuguese now was in possession of it. They had possession from 1949 up until 1975, which was 455 years. The same year that East Timor was declared the 27th province of the Indonesian, and from there the Indonesians went on to East Timor and really just started causing havoc. They started to rape the male and females. They started to torture people. They started to beat just everything that was just bad to these people.
In 1999, the East Timorese declared independence, and 78% of them voted for their independence. And then in 2001, the President Parliament was, and it was elected 88 members to their cabinet. And then in 2002, they were declared the 191st members of the United Nations. And then fast forward a couple of years, in 2005, the remaining peacekeepers of East Timor, they left due to some refugees. And then in 2006, the foreign troops arrived in Dili to try to restore order at the clashes, and at least 25 people were killed and 150 taken to the refugee camps. And then in 2010, a court conflict and rebels were trying to kill the president. And so for a while they didn't have a president, and then fast forward to our time now, 2017, the former independence fighter Francisco Guterres is president.
In conclusion, East Timor, first of all, they got independence in 1975. In 1859, the Portuguese Timor and the Dutch East Indians were formally decided. In 2002, East Timor became an independent nation. And it may not be as bad as it was with the Japanese back